Well,
We got some good stuff for you tonight for sure.
got some weird stuff going on.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
It's this start of the year has been really strange, really strange.
Most definitely. One of the biggest things right now that I'm really tripping on is on the UFO sightings that have happened. Just really strange stuff that has been going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then what is with this crap in Antarctica?
I don't know. That is the weirdest thing.
So, and for anybody who doesn't know, there's a whole new matter, not matter as in like situation, like matter, like scientific matter,
Right.
that has been floating up from the cracks of the ice in Antarctica. And they're relating it to some kind of space deal that shouldn't be on Earth. It's something brand new that they have no clue what the hell it is.
No, they don't. And it's so bizarre.
And it's just floating up into like these balloons. Nothing that's dangerous or anything like that, but it's definitely something that people are just, they're freaking out about it. They're, these scientists are, because it's something that they've never seen before.
Right.
Yeah. And where we're getting this article from is...
Excuse me.
We posted it on the website today. Hold on, let me get there.
Okay.
It says mysterious particles spewing from Antarctica defies physics.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so it's defying physics. It says what's making these things fly out of the frozen continent. So they are just coming up out of nowhere.
Yep. Yeah, that is bizarre.
Go into Encounters and Ecto on Facebook, and you can read the article.
Yes.
It goes into like a lot of scientific stuff and what it's compared to, and different things like that. But it is just.
But they're saying these ultra high energy things should be able to pass through the Earth. That's where it gets weird.
Yeah, that it's not something that should be able to break through the Earth and the ice.
Right.
But it's happened 3 times since 2016.
Yes. Yep. I don't know. They call them neutrinos? I don't know. Must be some kind of small particle. I have no idea.
It looks like high energy. I don't even know how I guess it's neutrinos.
That's right to me.
The high energy neutrinos shouldn't be able to pass through the Earth.
Exactly.
That's exactly some other kind of particle. One that's never been seen before.
Nope.
Flinging itself into the cold center of the sky.
Yeah. What the hell? I don't know. It's maybe
they're actually comparing it to almost like a ghost-like matter.
Yeah. Yep, that's it. It's maybe the aliens are under there throwing stuff at us. I don't know. It's totally weird.
So what is this?
Yeah.
What is this?
This is, there's so many things that they're saying, well, if it's this, then it should be doing that. And it's not doing any of the normal stuff that they figure particles would do, apparently. That's what I'm getting out of this. It's just not what it's supposed to do. It's defying everything they know about this, about particles and neutrino and all that stuff there, whatever those are.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Okay, something else that I just posted, that you can see Encounters and Ecto on Facebook. I'll also, of course, post the site, this on there too,
okay.
But they're talking about these bright lights that have been seen around the world in January.
Yes.
It says thousands of people reported seeing a train of identified bright lights moving steadily in formation across the night sky. The thing is, these aren't actually unidentified. They're SpaceX Starlink satellites. That's what they're claiming they are. But then, when people are measuring the lights and doing all that, it's not a satellite. It's
No.
not a normal satellite. So it's like, people are like, what the hell is going on? They have no clue.
No, they don't. Yeah, I don't know either. It's totally weird. It's like those, that have been seen over, clusters of them. It's a little bizarre there.
Yeah. Speaking of the clustered lights, I want to get back to the satellites in Colorado and Nebraska. What did you find out about those?
They have no clue what they are. Oh,
yeah, see, that's what I heard too.
Yeah.
That they have no clue as to what these things are.
Nope. They're like, we have no idea. Okay. Not a thing, nothing, zero.
What's your opinion? What do you think they are?
I'm tending to agree with you there. I think the government knows what they are. I mean, there's no information, none, zero.
Yeah, there's no answers, and we got these things flying all over.
Yeah.
There has to be.
There have to be something that we have. Absolutely. Because you would think, I don't know, you would think that they would know something by now.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, they got surveillance planes, intensifying hunt for the mystery drones. Weird.
Yeah.
And they're still doing this? I don't know. It's kind of strange.
I wonder if that time traveler guy was right. Like,
yeah, I think you are.
2019, 2020, we're going to be like the big alien,
Yeah. It's become a real concern, and especially after all the agencies, FAA, local law enforcement, DEA, the Army, the Air Force, they all claim they have no clue what's going on, no knowledge of this activity.
That's insane.
The FAA officially launched a task force to identify the operator of the drones. Now, I thought we eliminated that. I don't know.
Yeah, they've never... They're nuts, I swear. They keep going in circles and telling us.
Right. And it's like, it includes Colorado's most sophisticated surveillance aircraft. It's begun searching for some sort of command truck or van. No, they haven't found anything. Yeah, and it's still going on, apparently. I don't think it's...
Yeah, I'm looking here. I'm not seeing anything, and everything says the same thing. They don't know yet.
Yeah.
Some company in Kansas came forward and said that they're taking partial claim for some of them, but not all of them. That makes no sense.
Why are they laying claim to that? That's odd.
I don't know. Did you see that, though?
No, I didn't.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, somebody got... What they're saying is, onlookers on the ground told this station that when they pulled out their cameras to photograph the aircraft, the drones turned off their lights and maneuvered away from them.
Okay, so drone mystery solved. It's a question. Wichita group might be responsible for some of the sightings. A group of Wichita, Kansas UAP enthusiasts may have been responsible for some of the mysterious drone sightings over Colorado in December and January. Michael Spicer of Durango, Colorado, told the Journal-Advocate late Friday afternoon that a group known as Archangel Reckon from Wichita has been chasing what he believes is a mysterious unidentified aerial phenomenon first encountered by Navy fighter pilots in 2008.
Okay.
Spicer said his group was trying to track what they believe a new technology aircraft. Some have dubbed the Tic Tac because that's how it's described in the Navy report. He said not only has his group been tracking the so-called Tic Tac itself, but also another aircraft believed to be flying underneath of it. Spicer said he could not confirm that all the stories people told about drones could be attributed to the Archangel Recon flights, but did say that group sends up flights of the between 6 and 12 drones that fly patterns based on the longitude and latitude, which is why they appear to be flying a grid pattern.
Gotcha. But, okay, but they've seen up to 30 of them.
Yeah. And now they're saying that the Wichita group, that their drones aren't as big as the drones that we're seeing there. So how can they possibly be?
Right.
Yeah, I'll send you this article. It's really...
I am. I'm reading the same one you were... Yeah, I'm reading it, the same one you were just reading.
Oh, are you?
I went ahead and got to it, but wow. They believe the mystery drones have been flown over local hospitals, the Sterling Airport, and a Flight for Life helicopter pilot. That was the one that almost got hit by a drone less than 2 weeks ago. He said he was interviewed by Special Agent Michael Bumberger of FAA's Investigation and Law Enforcement Assistance Program. He said none of Archangel Recon's drones were ever flown anywhere near there. And they denied...
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, they talk in circles.
Yeah, well, they're saying maybe some of them were theirs, but if they're not as big and that, then it couldn't be theirs.
Now, see, here an article in Yahoo Finance one day ago says, we still haven't identified operators of the mystery drones in Colorado and Nebraska.
Right. They're saying there's operators, but they haven't found any evidence of that.
And they're talking as if they stopped flying, but I have people on the ground out there that are claiming, no, they're still out there, they're still flying every night.
Yep.
They start at 7 and they run till 10.
Absolutely. Yep, but they're still flying.
They're in different spots each time, but they start at the same time.
Yeah. Yep. So so now they got a task force for this. It's like, oh my God! Apparently the surveillance planes aren't doing any good either. I don't know. It's just so bizarre.
We're cracking up is that they talk as if this is stopped.
Yeah, and it hasn't. Yeah, nope. Excuse me. Nope, it hasn't. Weird. I don't know.
Yeah, but now I'm reading here, it's like, what in that?
Okay. Yeah, Kansas now, the mystery in the skies over Colorado, Nebraska, and Kansas. Now, okay, now if the government was doing it, okay, I could see them in 3 different states, but I can't see a single operator, even in a van full of controls, multitask and doing 3 states all at once.
Online. That's the only thing I can think is that they have an online capability on the drone itself.
Right.
So
I don't know.
Like these mini, almost laptops inside these drones, and they're being programmed from a remote location as to what.
But if you see the map where they've been seen, it's like how could I don't know even if that could be possible without them pinpointing where it's the signal would be coming from.
Let
me see here.
You can block the signal itself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of like when you use your phone as a Wi-Fi signal.
Right.
You can make it so that you can pick up that signal. Nobody else can.
How are they going to make sure that signal's available in all 3 states at the same time?
Yeah,
they
could. If it was the government, they could.
Yeah, the government. Yeah, I agree.
I don't see anybody else could.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't see just a regular person now over just in Colorado. Okay, yeah, 1 state maybe, but there's 3 different states. That's the kicker in this, and I don't think any one person in a van is going to do that. But the government, but they keep denying responsibility for this. So I don't know.
Absolutely they do.
Yeah.
They keep saying, we don't know anything about it.
No.
They're just acting crazy.
I sent you the link I was looking at. The map is in there, and if you look at it, it's like there's no way that, I don't think one person could do that.
Oh, yeah, they're all over, too. It's like not just Nebraska and Colorado. They've been seen in Kansas.
Yes.
They've been seen in Iowa. They've been seen in South Dakota.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep. I just don't see how... I mean, but I don't know that maybe some of the ones that they've seen in the other states, I don't know if they're necessarily part of those drones.
That could be.
Those drones could be enthusiasts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if it's the middle of the night and you just see a light in the sky and it's moving, you don't know exactly,
Right.
It was one of those,
Yeah. But that, that would give me the creeps, especially every single night, same time. Just hovering over my home or whatever they're doing there.
I like that one lady said it was over her farm all night long.
Yeah, just sitting there.
And did not leave until the morning.
Yeah.
Like, what on earth was he just sitting? But now I read this thing today, and I don't know where exactly this is at. They're saying now that you can shoot down the drones if they're over your property.
Okay.
Yeah, I read that. Yeah, it was craziness.
Okay. Here. Problem solvers obtained internal emails about the drone investigation. I haven't seen this. Let me see what it says. Okay. Internal mails from the state's Division of Fire Prevention and Control. I don't know what they have to do with it, but okay. Reveal how the agency handled media inquiries and tips from the public during a search for the drones flying in northeastern Colorado. That's like the FDA running the disease center there. Yeah, okay. Blow your mind there.
I take that back. There's only one state you can do that in. You cannot do it in another states. You cannot just shoot down a drone.
See, there you go. Okay. The department released more than 100 pages of documents to Fox 31 problem solvers after we made an open records request containing the word drone. Anyway, the request led the agency to issue a public statement confirming its involvement. Fox 31 just submitted requests to DFPC for our emails for 4 days surrounding the investigation. The January 9th, 2020 statement publicly acknowledged the agency's multi-mission aircraft had flown in an area where suspicious drone activity had been noticed. Okay. They would not confirm the plane assisted in the investigation, though. Agency's director, Mike Morgan, revealed his initial desire to be cautious with comments to the public when discussing the involvement of the fire protection aid thing with the drone search. Yeah, because that makes no sense, but okay. Here's the January 7th statement to which he was referring. While we're actively investigating, we typically do not discuss the investigative techniques or technology we're using. We are using the expertise and resources of our divisions to assist our local and federal partners in this investigation. We are actively monitoring reports of suspicious activity and will take action based on the level of activity and information being gathered. Okay, just talking a circle, basically, saying the same thing over and over.
This seems to be with a lot of these articles. They go off into the changes and the Never Land, and all of a sudden they come back, and they go back around again.
Exactly.
They just do the same things over and over again in a different way and then actually deny what they said to begin with.
Okay. They did fly the multi-mission aircraft during 2 January missions in an area where the drones had been reported. The state paid for a hotel room and some overtime during this mission. Okay, whatever. Of course, we've seen the maps. I don't know. That was just a total bizarre thing they put in there. Internal emails.
Yeah.
Be careful what you say. Well, yeah. Yes, yeah. And of course, we have no information as of yet. Crazy. I don't know. I at this point, I'm agreeing with you that it's government related somehow.
Oh yeah, it's most definitely got to be.
I hope you're right.
Definitely got to be. I don't see how it can't, because I don't see how we did. As a government, we would have already shut it down.
Probably.
You know what I mean? Well,
either that, or that. I don't know if they can shoot all of them down. I mean, maybe they're afraid if they shoot one, the other ones will attack. I don't know. I'm just
I don't know.
Speculating here. You come up with theories.
Yeah,
I really don't know. I don't know.
I would almost say with probably 80% certainty, 85 maybe even.
Yeah.
That it was the government that did it. I just don't see how it could be otherwise.
I don't either. But if it is, whoa, I don't know. Weird.
Very.
This whole business. So we're trying to keep you updated on that part of it. Anyway, nothing new to report. Just the same old. We don't know. We've sent up we're kind of sustained.
I think you could do this, but probably not.
Weird.
Okay, I just got a story here. I'm
awesome. Awesome.
Yeah. Y'all need to send me this before the show, but anyways, let's start here. Okay. All right. Do you want to finish the segment on the drones, or you think we're about to run out?
Let me see this one. I just want to see. Dun, 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 dun. Now they're trying to push a rule through for these. Whatever. I think that's,
Do what?
The news of the investigations into the drone comes as CHAO, CHAO, and the Federal Aviation Administration push for a new rule that would allow for the remote ID of drones in flight. No shit. You think? The FAA currently requires owners of both commercial and consumer-grade drones that weigh between a half a pound, say, and 55 pounds. They have to register them with the agency. Of course, they get a sticker to put on their drone. But once you have to physically see the drones up close to read their registration numbers, does nothing for those that are still aloft. Oh, I think you could see them if you wanted to. So during all this, they're trying to get rules pushed through. Seriously?
Oh yeah.
What the hell has that got to do with anything? Say they're trying to view safety as a number one priority by doing this. Okay. I just, it boggles my mind that.
Yeah, mine too. It makes no sense.
So, did these drones use a telescope, to see if they have any numbers on them, or if they did, they don't have any. I don't know. Tell us. We need to know these things. So I don't know. The new drones rules are currently under consideration. Okay. Okay. Always after the fact, right? Don't know. Always. Okay, and I'm going to wrap it up at that because, again, it makes no sense. None of it. But go ahead.
No. This story here just really upsets me. I'm kind of thumbing through it. Okay. Hold on.
She got lost. I'm sorry.
I'm just going to kind of give the close notes of it because it's, Alright, this was sent to me by a lady who wants to be only known as Sharon. She said that her and her friends, all her whole life, she had like this weird obsession with like witchcraft and like different things like that, the occult, different, stuff like that. She said one day her and her friends went to a graveyard that was about 40 miles away from their hometown. One of the girls had an appointment there, to get a prom dress. And her and her other friend went around, they decided to go to this graveyard. Well, she became fixed with this one grave, and by a lady with the same name, Sharon. And she couldn't read the first part of the name. The last part was T-O-N, just Sharon Town. And it said wife, mother, witch.
Okay.
On the gravestone.
Oh.
And she said after they went home, she couldn't stop thinking about it. So she just kept going back and kept going back and kept going back. She would visit this person's grave, started bringing flowers.
Oh.
Started breathing. She said there was just something about it. I couldn't get it out of my mind. So her and her friends decided to go there one night and do a seance. At this grave site. And she said that nothing happened during the seance, but that night she had a dream of a lady who had a baby in a bathroom.
Oh.
And walked away. And had a dream that the lady had the baby in the bathroom and walked away.
Okay.
Somebody came in, found the baby, and the police were called. She said, I kept seeing this. She said, I kept having this reoccurring dream every night for months, and I couldn't figure out why. And again, for a few months more, I kept bringing flowers to this person's grave. I had no idea who they were. Anything. So finally, I talked to my mother about this because it was bothering me so bad. That my mother turned white as a ghost and couldn't talk. She went to the sink, started downing water like her throat was on fire. And she sat down and started crying. And she told her daughter, she said that nobody knew about this, not even her father, that she was left in a gas station as a baby. Her mother was. That her mother had been left in a gas station as a baby in the bathroom. And that she never knew who her mother was.
Oh, my God.
So, I started doing some checking, started asking some questions and things like that. And her mother was actually left in the gas station of that town where that cemetery is. Okay, hold on, I'm reading.
Okay.
Okay, she said, I started asking questions of the locals. I started going around asking if anybody knew, and one lady wouldn't answer my question. She hurriedly went past me and just kept going, I can't answer your question. And I just had a feeling that lady knew more.
Yeah. Wow.
Right? So she said, for some reason, she said, I couldn't get it out of my head. I started stalking this lady.
Oh, my God.
She said, I followed her everywhere she lived. I kept trying to get answers out of her, and finally one day she broke. She said that her friend, whose name was Sharon Afton, was the mother of that baby.
Oh, my God.
Yes. Oh, she said, I left out the woman, that the woman was in her 70s. Okay, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
How she stood for you. Okay, that's her mom. It said that her mother's name was Sharon. And coincidentally, the people who adopted the baby, oh my gosh. Okay, so her mom's name is Sharon, and her mom, they named her, so there's 3 Sharons.
Oh my God.
But they didn't know that at the time. The lady's adopted parents, her mom that was left at the gas station, they named her Sharon, and she named her daughter Sharon.
Wow.
And the lady at the graveyard name was Sharon Afton. And she actually had 2 other children, so she went and told her mother about this. And her mother got in connection with, and they did DNA tests, and it turned out that these people there was a brother and a sister. Oh my God. And that her mother was wicked.
Okay.
This girl's grandmother was wicked, and that's why it said wife, mother, witch on it.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh my Lord! She said, since then I haven't gone back to the cemetery. I started feeling weird about, oh, you think? You would have felt weird about it.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. She said my mother got in contact. They didn't really talk a whole lot because my mother felt weird that she was given away and the other two were kept. Oh, apparently they're older.
Wow.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm reading this because like I said, she said it after we.
Oh, gotcha.
So the brother and sister are older than her mother, so she already had kids when she left this baby in the gas station.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the reason being she was raped. Oh.
Oh.
That's what the friend said, that she had been raped and got pregnant by the rapist.
Oh.
She didn't want to, and she's the one that called the cops and told them the baby was in the bathroom, but somebody had already found the baby first.
Wow.
Oh, but that's weird though. How would she have all those dreams?
Yeah.
Okay, so now that I kind of pulled this together, it kind of made sense. Okay, so she basically, her whole life, was into the occult and things like that. And she went to a graveyard or a cemetery with her friends who were in another town to pick up a prom dress.
Okay.
And she became obsessed with this person's grave, their gravestone, because it said wife, mother, witch, and she could see it said Sharon, but it said T-O-N at the end.
Right.
Okay. So then she started having dreams about some woman giving birth in a bathroom.
Yeah.
And leaving the baby. It bothered her so much she talked to her mother about it, and then come to find out her mother was left in a bathroom.
Okay.
Her mother's name is Sharon. Her name is Sharon, and the lady at the cemetery's name was Sharon. She got in touch with a friend, a person who knew the lady at the cemetery. And come to find out she had been raped, got pregnant, left the baby at a gas station.
Okay.
So apparently hung around. And her mother was that baby.
Wow.
Okay, wow. See, there's some stuff there with genetic connection.
Yeah, wow.
Well, I mean, and I know that they say spirits can do stuff to you and stuff like that, but I think that was just pure connection.
Oh, definitely,
I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm reading this as I'm going along here. It's like, I love you guys. I love your stories. So please send it to me before we go on.
Yeah, yes.
Anyway. Oh, she said, sorry, I couldn't. I just got out of work. Okay.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you for sharing that, by the way.
Yeah,
wow.
Wild. That is, well, so let me ask you this. Since then, you said that she's pulled away, but do you contact with any of because they must have kids, you know?
Right.
So they would be your cousins. So do you have any contact with them, or do they all find it weird, or are they all into that kind of stuff too, you know?
Yeah.
If you could. Okay, I got the little dots moving, so she's
okay. Okay. Thank you for...
Yes. Yeah, I believe in that. I believe...
Oh, I do too, yes.
In connection of spirits, but especially when it's family. But this is somebody she didn't even know was family.
Wow, so, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And she didn't even know about her mother's story. Her father didn't even know. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is.
That's not giving chills.
Yeah, well.
And she became obsessed with this person that she didn't even know. Started bringing her flowers.
Wow.
Okay, all right, let's see here. Okay, she says, I do have contact with a couple of my cousins. One of them doesn't believe my story. She thinks that I dug first and then made that up. She said, which I have friends and everybody testify to the opposite. the other cousin totally believes me and wants to look into it more and see if there were any other rapes in that town or anything like that at that time, where they could possibly find out who my mother's biological father is, a.k.a. my grandfather. Ooh.
Wow.
So she's getting help and trying to find out maybe if they can figure out who this person was.
Wow.
If they at that time had gotten caught. Oh, and possibly do DNA if agreed if they're alive. Oh.
Wow.
Right. Wow, that's crazy.
That is.
Her mom really doesn't have a lot to do with the other brother and sister, and she said it's not their fault. I just feel weird that I was given away when she already had 2 children. Well, yeah, I can understand that, I guess.
Wow.
But I mean, it could have been worse. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. Oh yeah, but wow. What did they? Wow. That's just mind blowing how that just all came about.
Yeah, like her friends pulled her over to that place.
Yeah.
Because they were getting a progress, and the other ones who weren't getting progresses, which was her and a few of the others, went to the cemetery just to poke around. That's wild.
Yeah.
And then they have the seance, and then start having the dreams.
Yeah. Wow. Who knew? That's just the whole thing all together is just wow.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's insane. Are you still into the occult and all that kind of stuff? Are you still into that, or did you stop doing it? If you're still listening. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that.
Yeah.
I'm so scared you have to answer. Oh my gosh. Oh man, yeah, that does give me chills.
Yes, it does. That. Ooh.
I often think about that too, about these babies that were like left in cabs or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And they survived, and it makes you wonder like if they ever find out anything, or that's wild. Okay, she says, no, I don't. She says, I still go and I leave flowers on my, she put quote unquote grandmother's grave. But other than that, I'm not into that anymore.
Wow.
There was enough proof for me. I don't need any more proof.
True. Good point.
Wow. That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, if I was you, I would talk to that friend some more and find out like if they had like met somebody that night, or maybe she knows who he is. Maybe it was like a date rape thing, or
Wow.
Wow. And like was the lady, there's a lot of stuff I want to know now. Now I'm like invested. I want to know like was the lady married, and like did the husband make her give up the baby?
Yeah, why did she?
What was going on? Who's the father of the other two?
Yeah.
Where is he in this? Yeah.
Lots of questions. Yeah.
Wondering like when he's looking for information.
Yeah.
This is like a freaking
we want it all.
Oh my god, that would be like no offense, I know what you're like. That would be like a cool movie.
Yeah, there you go.
Like that? Oh my gosh. Her died when my cousin Alan was still a baby, so I'm guessing she was widowed then.
Ah.
Okay, so she was widowed when this this rape had happened, and she, okay. All right. So I'm thinking, how would you hide that from your husband?
Yeah,
Well, that's female.
Okay, how did she hide the pregnancy?
Right, and well, maybe she stayed at home or something.
Probably.
Maybe,
I don't know, but
or whatever. Maybe the kids were too small.
Could be. I mean, because apparently nobody knew.
Right. So yeah, that would be like a crazy. She said we actually thought about writing a book about it because it was so crazy.
Yeah, you should. I agree.
Came about, yeah, right. I'd read it.
Hey, heck yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That is just
wow.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, that's definitely the word for it.
Huh?
I said that's the word for it, definitely. Wow.
Yeah, I was trying to read it, I wanted to try to read it fast, but then I was wait, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do that. Stop it. Go back. Yeah.
She said what's even weirder is she could be almost a doppelganger for the quote unquote grandmother.
Wow.
She said if you look at pictures of the grandmother and look at her like the granddaughter, that they look a lot alike.
Wow.
But the mother doesn't look like her much, but she does.
Wow.
Right? Yeah, I would definitely be asking some questions of that friend, be like, hey, was it at a party? Was
yeah, what happened? Yeah.
Talking to something,
Yeah, absolutely. I would be.
Like a date thing? Was it, was it just random? I mean, there's so many factors here. Now I'm invested. I want to know.
Yeah. Now we have to know everything. Now that, we put in our time here. We need to know.
And we were all three-name Sharon. That's what's tripping me out.
Yeah.
Too. It's she gave her up, and the adopted parents didn't know who the mother was, but named her Sharon.
Yeah.
She named her daughter Sharon.
Yeah.
Her up here, because women did do that for a while,
Yeah, they did.
Lucia Ball and Desi Arnaz, they did that.
Yeah.
They named her Lucy and Desi, so,
yep.
I know for a while that was like the fashion to name your daughter after you.
Oh, yeah. Because the husbands did it to have a junior, so the women were doing it too. Yeah, absolutely. So,
yeah, that was right. And oh wow, yeah. So this lady here is in her late 30s. The one that I'm talking to.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put that out there. So yeah. So her mother was, yes, that would be right. So if her mother adopts her, she's in her 20s, and then the other mother was probably in her 20s. Yeah, she'd have to be in her 70s to friend. Wow. Well, we might as well.
Yeah, just a bit. I'm just, yeah, and wow, that's just, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I definitely want to see a movie on that one. That would be
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Ever.
I'll be in line for that one. For sure.
Well, especially where she wrote here that her mother started chugging down water like her throat was on fire. I would imagine.
Yeah.
If you had this secret all these years.
Yeah.
You never told anybody about the manner. She said they knew that she had been adopted, but she didn't know the manner of anything. But her mother knew about this.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's just. How do people keep that kind of secret? I mean,
I couldn't.
I can't lie about what I ate. Are you kidding? I just can't do it. My face gives it away every time. I've
never been in that kind of situation either.
No, but I'd be. Oh my God! If I knew anything, I'd be like, oh, I just couldn't. I just couldn't do it. Of course, if nobody. Oh, I don't know. That would bother me. That would really bother me
I was
knowing
wondering,
that.
too, if, like, the cousin, well, no, she said they didn't. So, yeah, I was curious, like, why wouldn't the mother, like, even, like, tell them about it?
Yeah. I mean...
Like, hey, once they're adults, like, hey, you know, this happened.
Absolutely. I mean, wow.
So it must have really been a painful thing for her to...
Yeah, apparently, yeah. But, I mean, to know something like that and not even say a word is, that had to be...
And then the supernatural side of this is just tripping me out, too. How does everything fell into place? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how, you know, she went with her friends, you know, they were just going to get, you know, the ones were getting progress, and the other ones just decided to poke about town and ended up at the one cemetery where her grandmother was buried that she didn't know was her grandmother.
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, and they were right there. Yeah. That just blows your mind.
And that she became obsessed with it. That's what blows my mind too, is how she became obsessed with, like, leaving flowers and going to visit this grave. Right? And then they go have a seance there, and then
of all places,
having a baby in a bathroom and leaving the baby there.
Yeah, I'm just...
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like I said, I couldn't keep that secret. I couldn't keep a secret if you paid me.
No, well, like I said, like, I've never been in that kind of situation where I would have ever had to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So there's secrets, you know, like if a friend told me something and said, please don't, I won't. You know, I won't take it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, if somebody says, please don't tell anybody.
On the opposite, I'm like, oh my God. And they had a whole bag of chips.
Yeah.
Who admits to eating stuff here?
Me. But, I'm just, I don't say anything if somebody asks me not to. So.
Exactly. But see, the thing is with me, though, you have to specifically ask me not to.
Yeah.
Like, you have to literally say, please don't say anything.
Right.
If you don't put those words in, I'm just assuming that you're cool with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, my gosh. I can't get this out of my head now. I'm like, that's nuts. Thank you for sending that.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, and you need to give us updates if you get any. I want to know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, now I'm like, God, it's just going to bother me for like days.
I know. Yes, and it will. Yes. And I'll be asking you, hear anything? So.
Right? Or like maybe do like one of the weird DNA tests. Maybe you'll find DNA of this person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe you could find like an uncle or cousin or something.
Wow. I mean, you'd have to. Yeah. You'd have to really.
A friend of mine did that. Did I tell you about that?
What?
I had a friend who did that. Her mother never told her who her father was. She was like danced around the subject and all this stuff. You know, kind of told her but didn't tell her type stuff. You know, and she did that. She did one of those DNA deals, and a lot of people want to be public with that. So she ended up finding out like these people were like on goals and stuff like that. And when she got in contact with these people, come to find out they had a brother who was talking about how he probably had a kid somewhere.
Oh.
Because he was married at the time, and he slept with her mother. And he had heard through the grapevine that she was pregnant, but didn't do anything, apparently. Yeah.
Wow.
But he had actually passed away. But yeah, at least she knew, though. Well, did the DNA, and they found out it was true.
Yeah, at least they did.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot of
had, like, you know, may not have been like a fantasy answer, you know, like, well, your dad was Clark Gable, you know, like, she at least got an answer. You know?
Yeah,
who
like
her
she'd have to
father
do
was,
some
and
tracking down. Holy cow.
yeah, and now she's got some kind of genetic, so. But isn't that crazy, though, just by doing that test that happened?
Yes. Wow. That is crazy.
It is.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, the supernatural side of that. Wow, I can totally believe it though.
Yeah.
But there's that's just.
I know. I'm speechless now, so I got nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing interesting after that.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, how do you follow that up? I don't know. I don't know what you do. Yeah, that's just.
Crazy stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I keep looking for others doing it. Can I get a say something else?
Yeah.
No, thank you for sending that. That I guess it's going to bother me now for days. I can feel it. I'll be like, what happened, Lord?
Yeah.
Oh, she just messaged. She said, I never thought about that whole DNA thing. That might be a thing to do. Huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would just. Just so I would know,
So yeah, if you do that, you guys, I want to know. Find out.
She will hunt you down, yes.
Okay, here's something that's interesting. We're just going to go way back to something else.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, UFO sightings in North America jumped to nearly 6,000
Yes.
in 2015.
Yep.
How crazy is that?
It is crazy. It's last year. I think we talked about it on Planet BOB too. That it was last year was the highest year for that, for finding unidentified flying objects, basically.
Yeah. Wow. There were 5 in Wisconsin, 6 in Ohio. These are just monthly.
Right.
That's not the whole year. There's just on the average month. The most states though, let's see, California had 18 monthly on average. Florida had 23 on average. Washington State had 15 on average. Texas had 15 on average. That's weird that New Mexico only had 3 on average.
Yeah.
So, that's because they've been moved out of there. They're somewhere else now.
Interesting.
Okay, streams of Starlink satellite reported as UFO will happen again. Right, satellites are I was under the impression that satellites weren't that close, and that they couldn't be.
Okay.
Here's one published in January 21st, 2020. Mystery lights seen over northeast El Paso were military flares.
Oh.
So we've gone past the weather balloons now.
Yeah.
And gone on to flares. I mean, I'm not saying they can't be fires.
Right.
Here, I'm going to post this on the site.
There you go.
Copy, that's weird. That's bizarre. Have Have you seen anything weird in the night sky? It seems to be like there's some really bright lights in Ohio lately.
No, it's been so cloudy, couldn't see him anyway.
Oh. Well, I've seen the footage of that guy who went out to the garbage can. There was like a bright lights in the background.
Where in Ohio does it say?
It was Port something or other, Ohio. There was a video I seen the other day. Alright, now what I want to do is I want to ask some of the listeners out there, just comment in the comment section below. You don't have to, get into great detail, but like, have you ever seen anything weird? Lights in the sky, anything flying, something that you can literally say is a UFO, which is an unidentified flying object. Doesn't necessarily have to be alien, but it could be something that's a secret government, whatever, So, yeah, if you've ever seen it, I want to know.
Like I said, one year, went down to southern Ohio. I'm trying to think of there was a campground. Went with my ex-sister-in-law and stuff, but it was about, maybe 1 in the morning. And my husband at the time was standing, towards the edge of the road. We were down in this valley thing. It was like, but anyway, it's really dark down there, no lights. And looking up at the sky, and we saw some strange lights. And it was, we did know what they were. They weren't stars because they were zigzagging all over the sky up there. They weren't like, they were kind of going to formation, and they would start zigzagging. It was the weirdest thing. It seemed like they were almost playing tag up there. It was strange. And then
that is weird. I actually got some pictures of some weird clouds like that were like zigzag clouds.
And they would just, then they'd stop, just hang there for a minute, and then go back and forth and up and down and da. It was the weirdest thing. And then boom, they were gone. That quick.
That is weird.
Yeah, it was really strange. So, yeah, to me, that's what I would describe. It's like they were playing tag, like kids would play tag. It was weird. Really weird.
According to this UFO enthusiast here, it says to pay attention to the clouds. Weird that you brought that up, because he says here to pay attention to the clouds.
Okay.
If there's clouds that you haven't seen before, or something that you think is out of sorts, it's probably a UFO. What?
Okay. What is that site for in Ohio?
The UFO cloud, that's what he's saying, that it's a cover. It's the cover.
What's that thing in Ohio? I want to check that out.
Oh yeah, it was a video somebody posted. It was about, the dude was just like taking out the trash, and like these lights were flickering, Let me see if I can find them.
Yeah, see if you can. I'm interested in that. I want to see that.
Yeah, like flashes, almost like there was like an explosion somewhere.
Wouldn't surprise me. We do have that nuclear power plant here. If it was around here.
Oh, I think I just found it. Yeah, I found it, yay!
Yay!
Okay. I didn't think I'd be able to find it. I'm going to send it to you.
Yes, please.
I thought you'd seen this already.
I looked and I couldn't find it. I thought you sent it to me. It was like it disappeared. Yeah.
Well, that's weird.
It was. I couldn't find it. I was looking for
there
it. Okay.
There's bright flashes light up night sky in Ohio and spooky doorbell video.
Oh, doorbell camera. Let's see. That's Bethel, Ohio. That's kind of south. That's south. So, found out taking out the trash.
I know where Bethel is.
Let me see.
Ohio.
Yeah.
That's where it is.
lights up the sky like a pinkish. Huh. His doorbell camera. Wow.
I'll post this. I think I posted this on the site. Let me see. Encounters and Nectar on Facebook.
I thought it was there too. I looked there too. I couldn't find it. I might have just missed it.
Let me see. Yeah, it's on there.
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys want to see this video, it's on Encounters and Ecto.
There you go. That's bizarre. How it
all
just...
the things we talked about tonight because the story is on there.
They never heard a sound either. Wow.
Yeah.
They haven't been able to explain the lights. Although they received numerous reports from residents.
Now, one thing that would happen, I mean, like if it was real foggy somewhere and like a light would light it up.
Yeah. Wow.
So, it doesn't look like it's foggy there at all.
No, that was kind of in the strange colors.
Crazy stuff.
Very cool. There was a ghost sighting in Ghana, and this is fairly new. It causes 20 students to collapse and shuts down the school. A ghost sighting at a high school in Ghana caused injuries, hospitalizations, a rampage of vandalism, and forced the school to shut down. Similar events happened at a different Ghana high school last year, forcing school closures after alleged appearances of spirits. Of course, this was in Ghana, it's West Africa, and it's rife with folklore of spirits, sorcery, witchcraft, voodoo, and they're very superstitious. This ghost sighting caused 20 students to collapse and drove one girl to jump off the roof of the building. Of course, this thing,
Where was this at?
Ghana.
Oh, wow.
Here, I'll send it to you. Yeah, she jumped off the school roof, and of course, major injuries, you think? Kind of strange there. Let's see. The bizarre event happened at Fumbisi Senior High School while students were studying. It was around 11 p.m. It's a boarding school. A strange object which looked like a human being appeared in the middle of the room where the students were studying. Of course, they started to panic. So one of the third-year general arts students, whose name was given, happened to jump from the second floor and landed on the ground. Of course, she got injured. 3 students fainted. 20 collapsed. The night after the apparition, bands of students went on a rampage. Bizarre events. Yeah, I guess.
That is insane. Makes you wonder if it was something else, like the ghost hum, you know?
Yeah.
You can see that one pussy to make people think they see things. And
Yeah, could have been. Very well could have been.
Should have military uses that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, I got one.
Okay.
Department of Transportation in Washington State possibly caught Bigfoot on a traffic cam.
Oh, I saw that picture, yeah.
There's a video.
Oh, is there?
I just posted the link on Encounters and Ecto on Facebook.
Okay.
And you can actually see this thing walking up the hill. And I'm not sure what it is. It's a little weird, I gotta say.
Check it out.
Very, very, very weird.
Okay. Oh, okay. Taking a look at it now. Wow.
Well, everything that we talked about tonight, except for, like I said, the story is on Encounters and Ecto on Facebook. You can go there and look at it, and come back. You have to be a member, but it's no big deal. We'll accept you and get you going. Or the private group.
Yes.
Did
Wow.
you see that thing somebody posted on my page today about the tinfoil hat? That was so funny.
No, I didn't see it on your page.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Eastern Washington State. Wow.
It says, when people call you a tinfoil hat freak, never fail to remind them they don't make tinfoil anymore. It's an aluminum foil. Aluminum is a receptor of radio waves, not a deflector.
Right. Wow. Huh. Interesting.
So, right, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it makes you wonder, like, we've discussed what we think
Yes.
that crypto creatures are and where they come from and things like that.
Yep.
You know, Denise and I kind of have the same idea as of why they're seen 1 minute and not the next.
Right.
We've discussed portals, and we both believe in portals and things like that to like different dimensions.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's too many cultures that talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's just too many cultures dating way back that talk about the different, dimensions and portals.
Oh yeah.
Like that.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. And and I think that's why. Okay, yeah, they were lucky they may have caught one on camera. But how comes nobody has caught one? There's been one guy out there for 20, 25 years trying to, catch one. Nobody's found.
Not going to, they're disappearing.
Yeah.
Going in and out of whatever the heck it is.
Right.
That,
they can never find where they're basically living, or any other kind of evidence. They've gotten, Josh Gates did get that one footprint, which was of the Yeti, which was amazing. But other than that, there's nothing. We get pictures once in a while. This is something. But where do they go then? You think there'd be something, and we've said it before. I think it's portals, and that's where they go.
A nest or a hole or a cave or something.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That's the DOT camera.
Or maybe they're like the elemental that's able to go stealth,
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that's great. I'm sure there is stuff out there. I believe there's a Bigfoot, or whatever you want to call him, but I don't think he's as stupid as people think. I think they're intelligent, but yeah, they're going back and forth through a portal or something, and that is why. Yeah, definitely.
Because it's just been going on for too long for that. Because it's a joke. There's not that many people willing to put on a suit like that and go out in the middle of ice cold winter and walk around.
I agree. Excuse me.
And
absolutely.
At the right place at the right time, and I don't think so.
Yeah, no.
Because that means a whole lot of people would be in cahoots on it, and it wouldn't be. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I'm just saying it's not every case.
Right, exactly. And this has been going on for how long? Like forever?
Since the days of the Native Americans talking about it. We still talk about it.
Yep. See if there's any... Okay, let's see. I can't find information. Remember we talked about that one that married the ghost? I think she divorced him then.
Yeah, she did. I actually seen a whole interview on that.
Oh my God! Wow.
Yes, they apparently argued over whether they wanted children or not.
They argued about it?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Alright, here's an interesting one. Family home stinks of rotten flesh due to portal to spiritual world and lounge. This is in North Wales. And Steph Harper and her family have been noticing strange goings on in their North Wales home since 2008. But they say they're not scared of them anymore. They have a 2-bedroom house.
Oh, that's weird.
It looks like a, regular, typical suburban home. But she believes there's a portal to the spiritual world in the living room. It has become a hotbed. She's a mother of 4. It has become a hotbed of paranormal activity, unexplained bangs, strange smells, and spooky visions. It's the norm. She lives in Flint, North Wales, with her husband and children. And they first noticed the strange goings-on 3 months after they moved in 2008. And the first incident they heard this violent banging coming from his room. She ran upstairs, found him fast, one of her kids. Harvey, one of her kids, and he was already in bed. He was fast asleep. But the bed had been pulled about 2 feet away from the wall. Now, looking back, she realizes it was the beginning of the haunting. Ooh, okay. Not long after Thomas was born, Steph became more sure she was sharing her home with something otherworldly. Between Christmas and New Year, they heard loud knocking noises. And they knew it wasn't just your regular noises. They got louder and louder, closer and closer. And in the end, we went to my mom's house that night. The next day, her husband did some investigating and started tapping different parts of the house upstairs to see where the noise was coming from. When he started banging on the banister, it was the same exact sound they heard. Something unseen had been making the sounds right at the top of the stairs. They have experienced so many supernatural encounters that you can't recall. It's hard to recall them all. Peculiar scents, including one disturbing rotten flesh. Ew. I can't even imagine what that smells like. Her husband had his work phone go missing. They couldn't find it. 6 months later, there was a T-shirt thrown on the floor, and she picked it up, and lo and behold, there was this phone right by the bedroom door. They saw one time she was in the kitchen. Yeah. It was right by the door. It was right by the bedroom door. You would see that. Another time she was in the kitchen, looked outside, and saw soldiers who looked like they were from centuries ago, marching by with metal helmets and swords pointing to the sky. Flying vases across the room and smashing. Earlier this year, following a particularly unpleasant week, because the house was filled with the stench of burning flesh, and they spoke to a medium. And they told her she basically has a portal in her living room. They researched the area.
That's crazy.
They are very close to the ruins of Flint Castle. There were probably battles there, of course. Shortly after speaking to the medium, Steph managed to capture a video. There could be, I don't know, spirit orbs. They did, and you can actually see a face in the orb. I'll send it to you, see what you think. I will send that article to you.
Oh, yeah,
Get your opinion. There we go. Okay? They blew up a portion of the photo after. You can see a face in the orb. Not long after, my neighbor and friend, Michelle, yeah, came around and her husband caught another orb.
Oh, wow.
It was brushing past her ear. They hope to, instead of running for the hills, they're hoping to communicate these with the specters they're having. So they're going to do that. They're not scared and hope to communicate with them.
That's insane.
The idea scares me when I'm home alone, but other than that, I guess they're used to it. She wants to know who they're sharing their house with. Of course, when she was 16, she did do a Ouija board. She said nothing happened, but that night I tried to get some sleep. A mist came into my room and it manifested as a figure standing over my bed. Maybe she brought it with her.
Then to the bed?
Yeah.
Then to the...
She just never told anybody about it. But she could have brought something with her. You got to be careful with that stuff. Absolutely. But
I wouldn't do that anyway, period.
No.
But then you never know. She could have went to a place and bought something and brought that back. You never know.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't know. Crazy stuff out there. Some pictures of ghost children captured in a rotting abandoned school. So y'all need to check some of these out for sure. Paranormal investigators, Art College of the rotting education offices in Art College in Grimsby and came in with 2 supernatural shots. Interesting.
There's some crazy stuff out there.
There is.
Looking and looking, there's more and more and more.
Yeah. It seemed like the first taken by Graham, one of the pictures, is said to show 3 or 4 children hiding behind a wall while another child walks toward them. They were taken on a Samsung tablet on camera mode in the old Art College on Eleanor Street. They really didn't notice anything out of the ordinary until they looked back at the photographs the next morning. We took pictures with lights on and lights off. We were just kind of messing around, taking a load of pictures. I woke up the next morning and had a look at what they had taken. Wow. They were really taken aback by what they saw. I have been in the paranormal business since in my teens. I'm no longer scared of it. I thrive on it. But when zoomed in, you can see facial features of the first boy. He's sitting down beside 3 or 4 others, cross-legged, with his right arm on his knee. You can see more on the boy standing up. His facial features are much clearer, and they were taken near the old swimming pool. Okay. Wow. So, near the swimming pool area, there was another photograph in full spectrum, a figure. So, oh, geez, yeah, there's ghosts everywhere. They are being seen all over. Crazy, crazy. And I think this year is going to be a record year. I think this year is going to be kind of a record year for this. It started off with that wolf moon. Some crazy things have been happening, as we know. Okay, we have 13 full moons this year, 2 in October. So I think this is going to be an interesting year. And I think we're going to hear more and more stories coming out as the year goes on.
Alien, supernatural, absolutely.
Definitely. I just think it's just the year, how it started out, how it's going. We've been talking about the drones. Nobody seems to know what they are. God only knows. But what if the government is telling the truth? I mean, that's scary. I don't think they are. But
I just heard this weird noises like a
Oh, God. Stop it.
Every time we do these stories, we always hear weird things.
And weird things do happen. The one night we did this, and there was like a squelching sound. You could hear. I'm like, and there was no reason for it. Never did it before. Yeah. Hasn't done it since.
And that one night when there was the growl.
Yes. You could hear it.
Yeah, you can even hear it in the broadcast.
There you go. Just some weird, strange things, strange goings on.
Sure.
That's like the other night. I swear to God, something brushed past me in my hallway. I was like, yep, nope, sprinted to bed. I didn't turn around. I just sprinted to bed. So, I swear to God, you could just feel like brushed past my shoulder. You could feel like the breeze it made when it went past. Just not much, but you could tell, you know. I was like, yeah, okay, make yourself at home. I'm going to bed. Got in my bed, had my light on. Yes. And my dog. But, yeah, it was that kind of took me aback a bit. I was like, okay. Whatever.
I hate when my cat will jump up and stare at something. He's like, what are you looking at?
Well, I hate he'll lay on the bed, look out in the hallway, and growl. I'm like, don't do that. Stop it. Because I'm not going to go look. I'm sorry. So, but yeah, I swear.
My hair when the dog started freaking out. I remember that.
Yeah. But yeah, that was just a couple nights ago. It kind of, you could feel like brush past and kind of, your hair kind of goes whoosh a little bit. You know, like somebody.
Just a little, yeah.
Yeah. And it was like, damn. You know, whatever. Just go enjoy yourself, whatever. I'm going to bed. I don't want to see you. Thank you.
Exactly.
Enjoy, but I don't want to see you.
Yeah, so definitely look out this year for all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm like you. I've got this weird feeling that we're just going to
I think it's going to be, yeah, I agree. But whatever happens, let us know. We'd like to talk about it, talk with you.
Stories, I want to know about them.
Yes, we want to know about these things. And you can get a hold of us at
KBLP LLC on Facebook, KBLP LLC 4 on YouTube, and we also have the Encounters and Ecto on Facebook, where you can go to all the links that we've talked to tonight and talked about tonight. You can go there and check them all out.
Absolutely. So, and we want to hear anything strange going on, because I think this is going to be, like apparently we both do, this is going to be a strange, creepy year. So whatever happens, let us know. We're interested in it. So, got anything more? Anything else you want to?
No, not that I can think of. Not that I can think of right now. Just, you said just keep an eye out on some things. So
yes, absolutely.
And y'all have a good night. Keep your eyes to the skies, because that's where a lot of things are going to be happening. And that things are going to be key to a lot right now. I
agree with you 100% on that. It's going to be a strange year. So, yep, keep your eyes to the skies. And if whatever you see, let us know. Yeah.
Good night to Sharon. Good Lord.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to read this story more and tell you this is crazy stuff.
It is.
And definitely keep us posted on what's going on. Oh, my God.
Oh, I know. And, I'll be asking you periodically. You hear anything else? So.
Right.
Oh, dear.
Everything nice in the middle.
Yeah. So, any questions you have? Maybe you have some questions you want to ask us. Please, go ahead.
The messages on this podcast or the one on YouTube, or go to Encounters and Ectos itself and post a picture or post a question there, or on KBLP LLC, and we'll be able to get back to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Please.
No problems.
Yeah, love to hear from you. So, have a safe rest of your weekend. Great night. Stay safe out there. The weather's goofy again, so. It's just been a strange weather year, too. But anyway, stay safe out there. If you're out drinking, don't drink and drive. Call Lyft, Uber, taxi, or just stay where you're at.
Most definitely.
So, stay safe, everyone. Thanks for listening. And we'll see you next time on Encounters. Okay. Have a great night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Peace out, y'all.